driving home for Christmas. Ding, ding, ding. I can't wait to see those faces. I tell you what, the rain out here is unreal. Everything's flooding. Again, it's like this last year, wasn't it? Right. I'm going to do self-depreciating humour. Oh, it's fell out. Let's clip it in properly. Grip. Grippage. Let's have a realignment there. That's it. Got a bit dishevelled as well. Don't know if I put my grill cream in or not. I use that and it's good. It lasts forever. Right. I used to like tinkering with motors years ago. When they were, you get an Ames manual and a birthday present socket set, and you could tackle some stuff, you know. Anyway, so I had a Mark IV Cortina, and Gary, my mate Gary Finch, he used to be very encouraging with his mechanics lessons. He'd go, "Fuck's sake, Doc, what are you like, a tit in a trance?" It was really encouraging. And I used to learn how to, fix shit. And we had Kev Rundle, he liked fixing stuff, really good at it and all. But the boatmen, they were brilliant at it, fixing cars, and they'd do loads of stuff, better than what I could ever do. But I could get by, and I used to always be changing my points on my Mark IV, and because I had a 2 litre overhead cam in mine. It was a 1600, but somehow a 2 litre made its way into it. I don't know how. Anyway, I was always thrashing the tits off it. I had a twin chain Weber carbon here, and Gary got me for a £5. Bargain, fucking £5. You string a £5. I took my mother up to Sainsbury's once, right now, a £5 in 1985. That was a lot of petrol. That was like over a quarter of a tank. And I used to drink like that much just to go to Tottenham and back. That's where she used to like going shopping. And she hated my car because the induction noise on it was so loud. She used to shouting and screaming at me, like, "Stop it! And I just used to laugh. Anyway, I'll give her a lift up the doctor's once on my motorbike and all. She screamed all the way up Car Wreck Road. Oh dear me. Anyway, right, so yeah, John Finch, you was really like, I loved going up your garage because you knew what you was doing, and you had all that, you had that sun tuning equipment, and you showed me how to time up the when you put your new points in, how to set your timing. Oh man, I tell you, it was just like to see a stroke going on there on that pulley. And I used to ask you if I could, borrow the, coming off the M1 and M25, bit of traffic. Let's put the hazards on the bit of Samara and cause any Christmas carnage. Here we go. And you showed like snacking that nut off on your distributor, and then turn it backwards and forwards, like advance it or retard it. And I was like, oh fucking hell, this is fantastic. Actually, you could hear the car running lumpier or better. And you show me how to do it, and of course every time I needed to time it, I was sort of turning up right in inopportune moments. And you said, "Jock, ain't about time you got your own timing, right?" So I found Darren Moon's dad, Bobby B. He had one, and all, and they both, anyway. So I went down in gears, and I bought one day. What was that make? All the O's? No, not all the O's. I can't remember. But they were, it used to have a lead go under spark plug one, and I can't remember the other two. Did you go on a battery with it? I can't remember that. It's been a while. I haven't even seen one for years. Anyway, so I used to be able to do things like that, and I was going backwards and forwards with Brimstone of Oddiston, so I was burning the points out every 4 weeks really, and I never really found out why that was the case, why they just wore out, because they were a mechanical can, like open and closing things. It seemed crazy really. And you could get in electronic ignitions, but I fucking apprentice engineer's wage. It was absolutely like no, like getting anything like that. But I did see some demos of one, and they were very good. I could see the benefits. Anyway, so my cam had started to wear in my overhead cam fault. So Gary got me a he got me a cylinder head with a, you know, obviously a new cam, like a usable cam in it. So he said, don't worry about fucking taking the cam out, just take the head off, put a new head on it, you just got to time it up. I said, alright, you should be able to do that. And I said, yeah. So he goes, you have to get the star socket tool, I said about in gear, it was a half-inch drive, and like splines, and that went in, and you had 10 cylinder head bolts. And I was following the manual, and this was as easy as fucking pie, this job. And I've got this fucking rushing. I used to rush things. My dad does this, and he rushes stuff. That's how he broke his leg. I was rushing. I don't know why. Probably because I wanted to get it done. Because I had to get it done. Once you started something on a Saturday morning, you had to get it done before Monday started, or you couldn't get back to work again, you know. And it was that, I suppose. And I was up out of bed, you know, earlier than normal to start work on this. And I've got the motor in the garage, and it was backed into the garage. Oh fuck me! It was, wasn't it? Yeah. And I proceeded to strip down all the top end, like take the air filter box off and carb off. Did you have to do that? Yeah, because your manifolds, yeah. So I took them out, and then you just got your head, knocked the box cover off, and then mopped up some of the oil. It stopped raining. Fuck me, I can't believe it. And I started to take out the bolts, and they were under quite a lot of torque to hold on a cylinder head. And as you'll remember this, John, at the back of the car, towards the you know, the back, the two bolts at the back of the engine, they were in deeper than the other 8. So you used to get a lot of oil sit on the top of them. Now, he explained all that in the Haynes manual, how to fix your Cortina. And I took all these bolts out. Now, I thought I'd taken out all 10 bolts. And because I got sidetracked, I get sidetracked here. And I was reading the text in the book, and there's pictures and all that, you know, they had all the photos demonstrating, like illustrating the points they were making. And it said that a vacuum can occur with the cylinder head and the engine block, like with the pistons and stuff. Because, you know, I'm pushing it and pulling it, and it ain't budging. I thought, I've got there was a wooden mallet in the shed, in the garage, and I was tapping it, but this wooden mallet wasn't having any effect on this cylinder head whatsoever. So, and it said it can be quite a strong vacuum. And now I've got completely sidetracked by this vacuum fucking didn't count that I only had 9 bolts out. Good job it weren't a customer's car. Could you imagine it was fucking working on? Oh, now, I just get frustrated quite quickly with car mechanics. Mainly because I was doing them on weekends, and every weekend I had an hangover for meal. And that don't help, does it? Because you're patient. So as I got older, I noticed that if you didn't have an hangover, you was a lot better, more efficient, and you could think a lot clearer. And you didn't fuck things up so much. And so, like, the wooden mallet's now changed to a ball peen hammer, right? And I've got wood on it, like, even though the cylinder head's jumped in. It's not. I mean, you could took the cam out and put a new. The head was alright, the cam was fucked. but you know, it's still a waste. And I'd started knocking this cylinder head backwards and forwards, and it's making a right old wear out. Oh man, sticking his head in. Everything all right? And I'm like, nah. Yeah, I'm alright. It's just a vacuum. It's a vacuum engine. Right then. And I'm knocking it backwards and forwards. I think, fuck's sake, this ain't coming off. It's vacuum. It's like, it's got extra suck. Oh dear. So now I'm fucking getting the hump of it. So I'm mixing it without a bit of wood with the hammer. It's like, and then I've exchanged the ball peen hammer for a lump hammer, a club hammer. And now the cast housing for the cam is now starting to crack and fall off. And it's fucking bits of metal flying around the garage. Now my dad's like, fucking, what are you doing? And I was like, no, it's got stuck. He's going, oh, you know what you're doing. And I was increasingly running out of, I mean, this method just wasn't working. So I stopped. I had to stop because I was getting all hot and sweaty with the fucking effort of it, you know. And I had a fag, can't tell you how to think.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I know you're listening, aren't I? Hang on, shut your mouth. Bloody Sam, good no, good. Who else is listening? FBI, CIA, government. And so cup of tea and a fag, and I'm like, didn't even finish the cup of tea. I get stuck into it again, like, and it's still not coming off. So I'm looking around, thinking, what can I fucking do to get this cylinder head off this top of this engine? And there was a tow rope I could see, so I tied all this tow rope around the top of this head. And I think, what can I tow this cylinder head off with? What could I possibly use to persuade it? So I used my old man's C70 step through. And I'm serious. I started it up, I tied it off by one of the shocks, I think. And I'm trying to fucking yank it off. I was fucking livid. Man, going mad with frustration. And it's just lurching up my ears, pulling me back. Annoys me. Mum was going, what are you doing? For God's sake. So I'm fixing my car. Anyway, I'll give up. It was just like, it obviously weren't working, and I was, I've got 10 bolts out. Anyway, years ago, if you did anything like that, like fixed your car, everyone kind of got wind of what you were doing, or you got wind of your mates if they were doing something. You used to always come around. We all, you know, used to sort of turn up with the best intentions. You know, you wouldn't turn up just to like wind people up. And you know, I liked like big projects. I just think it was interesting and you could learn stuff. And Kev knew that I was putting an head on, and I remember him saying the night before he was going, I needed the timing belt, and he without it come around and help me. So I remember that who come. It was Oggy, Ian Rundle, and Steve Mason was with him. So again, alright, how you getting on? I'm going spot bar. Well, what's that? I've got a fucking vacuum, haven't I? And they're looking at you know, the state of his head. It's all smashed up. And I go, how the fucking hell get like that? So I goes, well, I was eating him, I don't know. And he goes, what is it? Well, he must have some fucking vacuum. And I said, well, yeah. You know, it says it in the book, right? You know, it can be very strong vacuum then. And of course, the step through and the tow rope. I took the tow rope off the engine, and I'm just thinking, please, someone, please don't notice. And Steve Mason's looking at this tow rope going to this step through, and the rope was going sort of in the direction of the car. He said, you ain't been trying to tow it off with your old man's moped, have you? I says, no, he was looking at me again, Chucky. You haven't? And I goes, yes, I haven't. And fucking everyone's fucking taking the pic. It's like the shunda. It's terrible. It's shocking. And I just want to swallow it up. But I know I could laugh at myself, and I was laughing. And Kev's going, oh, let's have a look, see how many bolts Jockey's got out of his sitting there. He's going, 1, 2. Anyway, he was 9. I can't find the 10th. I go, fuck off, you can't. There's 10 there. And he goes, no, ain't it? He goes, count them. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh shit! And everyone's falling about laughing. I go, where is it then? And he goes, no. And he found it in there. And I go, no way, I want to take it out. And he's going, no. And he took it out. He's going, ah. And he just picked it up with one hand and pulled it off. I go, oh, for fuck's sake. And it's like, I've never lived it down, ever. Never. That was 35 years ago now. 1985, easy. Might have been even more, 36. And I've never ever lived it down. But it was a fucking hilarious night. It was so funny. And it was a relief. The relief I felt that it was something as simple as that. Like this goddamn motherfucking vacuum. It didn't exist. It was all in my imagination. Because I got sidetracked by the fucking vacuum bloke tapping it off with an hammer. I really felt that was the thing. I didn't even think you counted it. And, you know, coming from an engineering sort of workshop, you think, you know, that sort of level of sort of inspection would come easily to me. But for some reason, when I was working on my car, I used to get, I've got to get it fucking sorted out. I've got to get it done by a day. I can't have this running into tomorrow. So anyway, Kev, bless him, he was like top man with the old spanners and that. And I had the head there, and it went on like, you know, in like a matter of like minutes really. And he timed it up for me, and it was fucking blinding. He worked like a treat. Absolute, it was a gem. I knew I had gaskets ready to go in. I didn't sort of prepare. I just didn't, you know, overlooked that crucial part of the job. Anyway, got it all. Yeah, I sealed it all up. Even the cork gasket and the rocker box, it all worked. And it was still a bit messy under there, and I had other issues with my car because the starter motor solenoid, it wouldn't. If it used to turn it over, and if it didn't start instantly, the solenoid wouldn't like the pinion. Was it the pinion in the starter motor, and it wouldn't come back off. And if you turned the key off, it just carried on cranking over. And I used to have this problem. All it took was a new starter, but because I was up fucking at the pub and the Ritz every weekend, I didn't have the money. And I used to begrudgingly spend out on a recon starter. I got one in the end, but fuck me, that thing used to break down all the time. And because it was high tension cable going in it, and if it didn't shut off, the positive cable used to get hot. And I was having trouble with that outside that morning. I got it done. What I used to do was just I just used to whip off the positive off the battery really quickly. Just all the insulation had burnt off. My mother came out with a bowl of water once because all the smoke was coming off, and she just came out and she thought my car was catching on fire. But it kind of was, but it weren't in the way. It was just like hot HT cable. And she came out and threw water. I don't throw water over here, make it worse. And she said, but it's on fire. I go, you know, fucking mad ass. Oh god. Anyways, yeah, I remember stalling it up the top of Carwatch Road. I'm trying to start it, and it's going like that, and he won't shut off. And I've got to fucking run out, flick the bonnet up quick, and everyone's bibbing me. The fucking thing's all smouldering again, and I'm smacking the fucking starter motor with an hammer. And oh god, fucking stress. But everything that went wrong with it, I kind of knew how to fix it. I never really done like got it right. I'll put up with it. Was like I'll put up with the job. But Christ almighty, everything was like that then, though, wasn't it? Everyone's car had like a quirky problem, and none of them were. They're nothing like the motors you got today. I mean, Christ, that Honda I've just bought, it's a fucking unbelievable thing, you know. You'd be like top of the town if you had that years ago. Yeah. And you had Binz's old man. He like come round and have a look at what we was all doing down at his garage down the bottom of my mother's road there. He's come out and go, what is it, a bolt-on job, weld-on job? Don't tell me, I don't fucking know. Don't tell him, he don't fucking know either. And he was proper old school, wasn't he, Vince? He used to be like, don't on Harry Enfield. You don't want to do it like that, you want to do it like this. Oh, what an old. Anyway, there's that one. Thank for showing me trouble. What else did I do wrong? Oh, yeah. I'll do that one, another one, because it's easy to follow.